College! Woo!
Alpha, Alpha!
Yep, and before we do anything, we have a collectible right back the way we came.
Oh, The Last of Us.
Yeah, this is probably one of the few crafty collectibles. So all the way back over here.
There's one thing I've learned from video games is always turn around.
Stay, Callus. What kind of name is Callus, anyways?
Not my fault you forgot to ask Tommy his name.
Callus.
I don't think Callus is supposed to be a reference to anything. I kind of did a little bit of Googling, and nothing really stood out. With Callus and horse, it's kind of like, oh, The Last of Us? It's like, well, I guess it's not a nod to anything in particular that I know of.
I'd also like to say that guy is full-on made of abs.
Mm-hmm. Almost like Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid 1. So many abs.
Oh man, that guy must have done like a million crunches.
He is the absolute sneaking soldier.
The absolute
Okay.
Perfect
So
word
we
with him.
have Callus as our little mode of transportation. We can hop on and off them however much we want. Now, straight down that way is a dead end. The game is this is very interesting because the job on this is amazing. You can like see the entire campus and everything, and even though
Okay, none of these buildings look like a mirror to me.
Well, we'll head to Central Grounds. Should be able to see most of the campus from there.
So yeah, we're just doing a little bit of a tour. You know, Ellie's a little young for college, but you know, it's a good idea to start early. Get her thinking about it.
Absolutely, she could rack up some AP credits.
Mm-hmm. Now, just kind of sauntering around here, taking my time.
More like taking some ocarina of time.
I don't.
Epona. I don't know. I don't know, man. Let's just move on.
Okay.
Let sleeping jokes lie.
I'll stay with Callus.
I hate that name.
Okay, and we have a work area with some scraps and probably one of the better weapons in the game.
What the diggity do? Is that a potato gun?
No.
If that's a flamethrower.
It's a flamethrower.
God damn it!
And unlike some games, the flamethrower in this is fucking outstanding. I know some games, it's like this really weak damage over time thing. Not this, no. You light something on fire, it dies, and it lights its buddies on fire.
But that tiny fuel tank!
Oh,
How even?
It's just gas. You don't need too much.
Unbelievable.
This weapon is amazing for dealing with clusters of infected. Just because, you know, they're pretty much made of. They're pretty much. I think when you become infected, you hop into a bunch of oil or something flammable because they really light each other on fire so very much. There's a lot of scrap here.
Thank goodness I found these kerosene-soaked rags to conceal my mushroomy nakedness.
This is what we call camouflage.
Yeah.
Camouflaggy. Oh, we can't take the stairs.
They can't get you if they can't smell you.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is actually a lookout station for folks.
There was a lookout here.
That's a good sign.
So the gist of this is they were told to keep an eye out for new Firefly arrivals. And on one part of this, it's a little further down, I think. Make note of some biologist from San Francisco. Guy's a real asshole. Watch out for him. Just remember that.
I like that they were looking out for 10 million werewolves.
Oh, it was just a little prank. You go back and pause that and read it. It's just a little joke they have with somebody.
Just
For
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween.
Let in 10 million werewolves.
Happy Halloween, T-Jock.
Hee hee. Oh. I can't tell if Joel's still wearing the flannel shirt. He's bound to be. You can't hunt werewolves on campus without that.
It's true. It looks like you switched to a very dignified leather jacket.
All right, let's
It
do
does. Okay, so This right here, this is a little bit of a wrinkle. I should have edited this out right here, but because of my computer stuff, by the time I noticed, it's kind of like, oh, um, so we can at least think out loud right here while I idle.
All right.
So we have about 200 parts, and we could just grab at random little upgrades to try and min-max things. But the thing is, we're getting the fourth level of tools very soon. At this point, I kind of forgot where I get them, and I was looking over because there are a number of upgrades on our parts that are going to need fourth tier tools, and they are very, very important, very nice upgrades. Also, you'll notice that from how this looks right now, we've actually got all the weapons in the game. So we can
yeah.
actually start planning things out as far as how we want to tackle this. Handguns, we never really have enough ammo, and I don't feel like burning through them, so fire rate and, magazine size aren't important to me. The rifle, I really want to upgrade this sucker. Shotgun, got some little things, but more importantly, it's just the rifle because of power and armor penetration. Flamethrower, ooh.
Oh my.
Yes, we'll be getting level 4, and we'll be buffing that up quite a bit.
Buffing the range
So
to
yeah,
a sniper flamethrower.
Yeah, the handgun, the scoped one right there, I can think of a few things we could do with that. Improving the magazine to where we'd actually be able to chamber 2 rounds would be very nice, as opposed to having the long reload per each round.
So, these places, people would live here and just study, even though they were all grown up?
Study, party, and find themselves. Figure out what they wanted to do with their lives.
What they wanted to do.
Mostly just party, get drunk, beer bongs. Joel, what's a beer bong? Tell you about it when you're older.
Oh, Ellie. All grown up. You have no idea. Onward, Hyperion!
Also, there are a lot of scripted little...
That was fun.
And also, dismounting and triggering optional cutscenes are the same button. So I basically, because of the time window, I kind of start mashing like crazy at these.
That's a giant ram. You guys were like some idol worshippers.
When it came to sports, hell yeah.
Graving those images, college. Graving those images.
We may be just a 2A university, but still.
Ooh, it's getting chilly.
That's that time of year.
And lo, the Lord said, thou shalt miss all of thy extra point field goals, because our kicker sucked, verily.
And lo, saith the Lord,
Okay,
a safety shall be collected.
yay. And there's a dog tag here. It is incredibly hard to see. I basically had to look at a video to get a point of reference. And that I cut out so much time right there. Hope, Pino, you're a jerk.
Scooch.
Scooch. Yeah, that was something that I remember them saying inside Uncharted 2, just having someone scooch over, and he likes using the word scooch.
Hey,
Yeah,
over
just
there.
got a scooch.
Is that it?
I don't get what the description of a giant mirror is supposed to mean. Just a lot of windows, I guess. Reflective glass.
I suppose it's a
It
weird.
never
little bit
really
of-
never really makes sense to me. I mean, they do have some solar panels on there, so maybe that's supposed to be something that's reflective. Now, the planning of this campus is a big nightmare. So we have to ride our horse through this building to get through.
How many people do you think are there? Fireflies, I mean.
I reckon it takes quite a crew to run that operation.
You think there'll be other people my age?
I'm not sure.
Where I went to college. It was called Thompson. And what's so funny about it was there were 3 entrances, and of those, there were 2 entrances that could not meet, no matter where you went. Like, basically, the paths were somehow closed off. The interior made no sense. Like, in one of them, it took up a bit of the second floor, a bit of the first floor, and then it dead ends. And the other, you'd have a side entrance and a back entrance that would actually meet through the hallways, but...
Whoa.
Sounds like runners.
Stay with the horse. I'll get you there.
You sure?
Yes, I don't want him running off. I'll be right back. Looks like someone jerry-rigged this thing.
So we should be able to open this up pretty easily. It's a note. To rig power to the generator upstairs. So we have to go upstairs.
Of course.
Yep.
Saw that coming.
No juice. I'll see if I can get the power back on.
You ready for a fire party?
A fire party that makes no sense? Absolutely.
A little bit of a disco inferno.
Ah.
I hear disco is coming back one of these days. Joel's looking forward to it. He's even got like a sequenced little vest and pants to go for it. Now, let's just. I wish I had a bottle, but instead, let's just get their attention. Hey, fella.
Hey.
Now it doesn't have much of a range, but you really don't need it because.
Wow.
Yeah. Fire party. Look at that.
So that burned through the ammo pretty quick.
Well,
but
the thing is, you find ammo for this very quickly. Look, one of them even jumped. One of them dropped. There you go, 20. Hey.
I guess.
Because of how close you have to get for this, I typically have a habit of having just almost max ammo with it. It's very nice for infected, but if you ever fight humans, you don't always have the luxury of getting close to a group of them in order to use it.
Hey, I was thinking, I would have wanted to be an astronaut.
That a fact.
Yeah. Can you imagine being up there all by yourself? Would have been cool. I'm just saying.
Interest in the fields of science.
Joel just flashes back to Kerbal Space Program. Looking over at Jeb Kerman, I'm like, what the hell are you so happy about?
Calm down, Jeb.
All right, now settle down. I'm just going into space.
I wonder what
no
sort of A30 rounds. Now we have more fire gas than we had before.
What? How are we ahead of the game?
I wonder what sort of craft Joel would have made in Kerbal Space Program. What sort of crazy ones?
He probably just would have tried to ride a horse.
Space horse.
So there ain't no point. He would have just built a truck and just drove it around.
Just an old truck, aimed vertically.
Just an old beater. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't even care. I'm too old.
Problem is, need to hit all the cylinders just right. You want to hit escape velocity. Also, put a nice little trim on there of fire, make it go a little faster.
Aw, so nice.
So
Go
there's
faster.
nothing out here on the balcony,
What a tease.
but we do have a nice little view that I will be turning to in a moment.
If you'll just turn your head to the
Hey.
right.
Got football.
Football.
Chicka ja. Go State.
Oh, man. I love football. The game of getting the bladder to the end place.
The skin of the pig.
Or booting it between the verticals.
A little bit of a game of a footy ball that doesn't involve too much foot, just some ball,
I sure do
and a
appreciate
whole lot of dudes and their ball.
that. Absolutely, just fighting over the ball. All the
What about you? What do you want to be?
Well, when I was a kid, I used to want to be a singer.
Shut up.
I'm serious.
Sing something.
No,
Come on, I won't laugh.
I don't think so.
Joel, please.
Go, scoot.
I'm sure Joel would do a little bit of an Old Man River.
You sang in Bioshock Infinite, Troy Baker. Why not here?
Now, to the right is where we came from, but there was the gate in the way. Nothing over there. But I just really like looking around because the campus is just full of eye candy. It's really nice.
I'd study there if I wasn't functionally illiterate.
Also, you know what? You know what this game is missing aside from another sweet horse jump?
A football scene.
Aw, those monkeys?
Yeah, a whole mess of them.
A whole mess of monkeys.
Monkeys.
That's the correct collective noun for a group of monkeys, by the way. It's not a
What is?
troop, it's a mess. It's a mess of monkeys. Just like a murder of crows or a pride of lions. Or a herd of guinea pigs.
Hmm.
That was kind of awesome.
First time seeing a monkey?
First time seeing a monkey.
I believe it's a consortium of gorillas.
I just noticed that the name on the side of that little area was Nathan something or other. I was kind of curious. I'm thinking of the letters of my name, and inside the name, I was wondering if there was some sort of a Nathan S. Drake or something in there. But I'm probably
Professor of
overthinking
Archaeology.
Mm-hmm.
Ding Hall.
Mm-hmm. Ding, ding. So, got a little bit of a hidden area inside here. Upstairs is a dead end. There's... Oh, I'm sorry. Getting all my directions confrazzled in my head. Downstairs is a dead end. Upstairs looks a little closed off, but... Head up a few levels, and dead end. Now, the point of the stairwell, other than a wall that looks like a dead texture, is we can take this little window out here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We can hoof it on the roof.
Hoof it on the roof.
Roofing it. And there's a little hiding area that somebody had. And also, dog.
Ah,
So this was a bit of a shelter.
in loving
Looks like.
memory.
Yeah, we find little patches of where folks took cover or refuge from the infected. And of course, these guys out here didn't fare too well, it looks like.
But they sure love dogs.
They really love that dog.
Wow.
They have 2 pictures of that lady with that dog.
It was a really good picture.
I guess. Pills here.
Vitamins.
Book.
Hey, health kit
upgraded.
67% stronger.
Yep. Take a look at that little drawing of it pouring the stuff all over the hand. Dab it? Nope. To find disinfectant, just dump it all on there.
If you can
My hand's going to be
pressurize it.
so germ-free, you have no idea.
Oh, I'm just sterile as heck.
Mm-hmm. Man, my hand is so clean.
You're definitely not going to suffer sepsis now.
I'm trying to think of a way to work in my stanza. My stanza!
That's what you should.
This is terrible! Also, I don't think Audacity didn't pick it up when I tested it, folks, but just so you know, inside the house I'm in right now, there is this massive echo in the room I'm in. Audacity doesn't pick it up, but Mumble and presumably Skype picks it up as well, so yelling makes me sound like some sort of a wrestling announcer.
Or like a vengeful spirit. I'm here to tell you about history and rock stuff.
Hey, look. Fireflies.
See it.
This is good. First sign of fireflies.
Well, this isn't a good firefly. Look at that. It smacked against the wall and left an imprint.
It's all off kill.
Waka waka!
Oh,
So we're cutting the episode short in a minute. Get ready for another one coming right now. Goodbye.
boom!